Hello students, welcome back to your math classes. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So students, I hope so you have completed your previous chapter revision part and you also evaluate yourself. Okay. So students, now we have a new chapter which is chapter number 10, application of percentages. So I hope so you know now how you can convert a number into a percentage and how can you find out the quantity of that number with the help of it percentages. So first of all, we have recapitulation time. So recapitulation time percent. The term percent means per hundred or for every hundred. A certain percent means that many hundreds. The symbol percent is used to denote percent. Percent and fractions. A percent can be expressed as a fraction with the denominator 100. For example, 25 upon 100, which is 1 by 4 in its lowest term. 81 upon 100. Now, to convert a fraction into percent, the fraction is expressed with its denominator 100. The denominator of this fraction gives the required percent. For example, 3 by 5 multiplied by 100 is 5, 1, 20. 20 multiplied by 3, that is equal to 60%. 17 by 20. So again, what you have to do, 17 by 20 multiplied by 100 is equal to 85%. Thus, to convert a percent into fraction, the percent sign is removed and the resulting number is divided by 100. So, the percent sign is denoted at denominator of 100. Whenever you have to cancel or you have to remove this percentage sign, so it means you are writing this 85 upon 100. Okay. Now, on the contrary, to convert a fraction into percent, it is multiplied by 100. If you want to remove the percent sign, then you have to divide the number with 100. If you want to add a percent sign, it means you have to multiply that number with 100. Percent sign is attached. Percent and ratios. A percent can be expressed as a ratio whose first term is equal to the given percent and the second term is 100. So 24% means 24 upon 100. Now you can convert it into ratio and then further you simplify it. So you will get 6:25. This is too easy, students, right? Next, percentage and decimals. You can simply convert a percentage into a decimal. How? 75. When you remove this sign percent, you have 100 as a denominator. 75 upon 100 means 75. Now how many zeros are there? 2 zeros we have. Start your counting towards the right hand side, 1 and 2, and put a point here, and 0.75 is your final answer. To convert a decimal into a percent, express it as a fraction with denominators 100, the numerator thereby giving the required percent. For example, 7.3, which means 73. When we remove this point sign, how many digits we have after the point? Only one. It means we have only 1 0. 73 upon 10, which means 73 upon 10 multiplied by 100. So 1 0 is cancelled out with 1 0. 73 multiplied by 10 is 730%. So in same way, you can convert a percentage into a fraction, into a ratio, into a decimal. You can also do the same operation vice versa. Now write each of the following as percent. So 5 by 8 multiplied by 100. So your end result is 62.5%. 12 is to 5, which means 12 upon 15 multiplied by 100. Your end result is 48%. 1 upon 1.36, which means when we remove this point, so we have 2 zeros. 136 upon 100 multiplied by 100. So which means 100 is cancelled out with 100. Your end result is 136%. 0.4, which means when we remove this point, 4 by 10 multiplied by 100, 40%. In same way, you can convert a fraction into a decimal, into a ratio, or into a decimal as well. So 42% into a fraction. 42, when we remove this percentile, we have denominator as 100. When we simplify it, 21 upon 50. 33% as a decimal. So students, I already explained you this concept in your previous section. So the same way you have to solve it. 33 upon 100. Then 0.33 is the answer. 59.4% as a ratio is 59.4 upon 100. 59.4 is to 1000. Because when we remove this sign, 594 upon 100, we have 1000. Okay. So now when can convert this? So this is your ratio form. 27% of 800, which means 27. Remove this sign, 100. Multiply with it, 100. So 2 zeros are cancelled out with 2 zeros. 27 multiplied by 8 is 216. 9.6% of 75, which means 9.6 upon 100 multiplied by 75. Then your answer is 7.2. We have 20% of x is 67. Find x. So it means 20%. 20% sign is removed. 100 of x. Of x means multiply. So multiply by x, answer is given, which is 67. Now what you have to do, the linear equation way you have to solve this question. 100 multiplied by 67 and divided by 20. Your final answer is 335. What percent of 175 is 98? Now you have to find out the percentage. So x upon 100 multiplied by 175 is equal to 98. So x is equal to 98 multiplied by 100 upon 175. Your final answer is 56%. Out of a total strength of 2000 students in a school, 65% are boys and 35% are girls. Find the number of boys and the number of girls. So you already know how you have to solve this question. So now we can shift to our exercises, right? So we have exercise 10.1. Express 11 by 20 as a percentage, which means 11 by 20 multiplied by 100. 0 are cancelled out with 0. 2 ones are 2. 2 5s are 10. 11 multiplied by 5 is 55%. Next we have 5 is to 4 as a percent, which means 5 by 4 multiplied by 100. You got here 25 multiplied by 5 is 125%. 0.163 as a percent, which means 0.163. Remove the symbol decimal point. Now we have 3 numbers, so we have to add 3 zeros are there. Multiply with 100. 2 zeros are cancelled out with 2 zeros, which means 16.3%. Okay, so in same way you have to solve rest of the question. 10% of 560, which means 10 upon 100 of 560, which is multiplied by 560. 0 are cancelled out with 0, 0 is cancelled out with 0, and your final answer is 56. So in same way you have to solve rest of the question. Don't be confused in this one. Try to solve this first. 12 multiplied by 2 is 24 plus 1, 25% of 800. So 25 by 2 multiplied by 800, and also we have to remove the percentage sign. So 2 zeros are cancelled out with 2 zeros. Here we have 1, here we have 4. So here we have answer 100. Okay. Next we have find x here. So now we have to find out the x. So 5 upon 100 multiplied by x. X is missing and that is equal to 41. So x is equal to 41 into 100 divided by 5. Here we have 1, 2, 0. 2 multiplied by 2, 2 4s are 8 and 0. So 820 is your answer. In the same way you have to solve rest of the questions. Now the cost of an article is 690. This is 15% more than its cost in the previous year. Find the cost of the article in the previous year. So if I'll take कि जो previous year की cost थी that is 100. तो अब जो हो वो 15% more है, 15% more, which means 115%, that is equal to 690. So how can I convert it? 115 upon 100 is equal to 690. So what we have to do to find out the value? X is equal to 690. यहाँ पे point multiply by 100 and divided by 115. You got your answer here. Next we have divide 7,000 among 3 persons A, B and C such that C gets 50%, B and B gets 50% of A. So if I take A 50%, so 50% का now we have to take B get the 50% of A. So A, if B is equal to half of A, and C will be taking the half of B, which is C is equal to half of half A, because B is equal to half A, which means C is equal to 1 by 4th A. Now we have to add these three together to get our answer. That is A plus B plus C, which is equal to 7,000. A is A. Okay, so we can take here 150, which is, and now half of A and 1/4 of A. That is equal to 7,000. The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. So we write here 4x. Here we have 4x plus 2x plus x. That is equal to 7,000. 7x upon 4 is equal to 7,000. So x is equal to 7,000 multiplied by 4 upon 7. That is 1,000, and x is equal to 4,000, which means A is 4,000, B half of 4,000 is 2,000, and half of B is 1,000. Then that way you have to distribute this amount among A, B and C. Next we have Neha's income is 20% less than that of Shipra. How much percentage is Shipra's income more than Neha? So how can you solve this question? First we have to take the difference. So Neha's income is 20% less than that of Shipra. So if I take Shipra's income 100. So 100 minus 20, this is 80. Neha's income is 20% less than that of Shipra. So how much percent is Shipra's income more than Neha? So obviously 80% more hogi, right? 20% more hogi, to 20 upon, this is the difference of 80 multiplied by 100. So 0 is cancelled out with 0, here 1, here 2, 4, here 1 and here 25%. Your answer is 25%. Next question is, Preeti secured 120 marks in an examination. If she had obtained 15 marks more, she would have passed. If the pass percentage is 35%, find the maximum marks for the examination. So 125 plus 15 is 3140. And what we have to find? We have to find the 130 total marks of the examination. So it means we have the percentage, which is 35%. We have the result of 35%, which is 140. We have to calculate the total marks. So in that way, we can calculate the total marks. So x is equal to 140 multiplied by 100 divided by 35. Here we have 5. Here we have 21. 4. The total marks is 400. So in same way, you can solve your rest of the questions you have in this exercise. Now we move forward to the next concept, which is profit and loss. In profit and loss, we have two terms. The first one, which is selling price, and the second one, which is cost price. Okay. Now cost price, the amount paid to purchase an article, it's called cost price. It is written as CP. Okay, next we have selling price. The price at which an article is sold, it's called its selling price. It is written as SP. Now profit, when the selling price is greater, then it refer which is greater than cost price, then is referred as your profit. The difference between the two, it's called a profit or gain. So profit is equal to selling price minus CP, and CP is always smaller than selling price. Loss means when the cost price is greater than the selling price. The difference between the selling price and the cost price is referred as loss, and in this case your cost price is greater than as compared to SP. Profit percent means profit cost price multiplied by 100. Loss percent means loss cost price multiplied by 100. Note that both profit percent and loss percent are calculated on the CP. Okay. Now overhead expenses. Many a times there are some additional expenses we have to put in our items, our articles, our other things. So that extra amount which we have to put while we purchasing anything, that is referred as overhead expenses. Additional expenses like transportation, labor, brokerage, etc. on the purchase of an article, such expenses are called overhead expenses or overhead, and are to be included in the cost price of the article. So the total actual cost of the machine is cost price plus overheads. So cost price is 5,000, overhead is 500. So the amount will be 5,500. Now we have discount. Shopkeeper plans several schemes to attract customers. They often offer a certain type of rebate or incentive to the customers. This rebate or reduction in the price attached to an article is known as discount. The articles which are sold at a discount have three types of prices. Or one is the cost price, the second is price paid by the shopkeeper to obtain the articles, the second is the mark price, list price, the price marked on the article. So the price at which the shopkeeper initially intended to sell the articles without any rebate. The third is the selling price, the price at which the article is sold after reduction in marked price. So means selling price is equal to marked price minus discount. So discount is equal to discount percentages, discount marked price multiplied by 100. So, and you want to know the selling price, which means mark price minus discount multiplied by mark price divided by 100. So this is your final formula to calculate the mark price. Remember that discount is always given on the mark price. Mr. Sharma bought an article for 12,700 and spent 300 on its transportation. If he sold the article at a profit of 5%, find his selling price. So 2,700 plus 300, the overhead expenses, the cost price now 3,000. 5 upon 100 multiplied by 3,000. To find out the 5% of 3,000 is 150, which means 3,000 plus 150, this is the profit, the selling price of it. Okay. Now if the selling price of 20 pence is the same as the cost price of 25 pence, find the gain percent. So cost of 25 pence is 25. It is given that selling price of 20 pence is equal to selling cost price of 25 pence. So 25 upon 20, which is equal to 5 upon 4. Selling price of 1 pen minus selling price of 1 pen is 5 by 4 minus 1, which is 1 by 4. Now what we have to do, we have to multiply the profit. 1 by 4 multiplied by 100, 25%. Okay. Next we have, our dealer sells an article at a gain of 8%. Had he sold the article for 200 more, he would have gained 10%. Find the cost price of the article. So let's take the cost price of an article X. Now 8%, which means 8 multiplied by 100 multiplied by X to find out the total cost of it. So the end result is 2x upon 25. Now SP is equal to selling price plus cost price plus gain. So cost price is X, gain is 2x upon 25. When we add these two together, we get 27x upon 25. Had the articles been sold for 200 more, so it means 20x upon 25 plus 200 minus x SP would have been, then gain is this. So how can you calculate this? 2x upon 25 plus 200 upon x multiply by 100. The result is 10,000. Cost price of the article. The marked price of an article is 750 and the selling price is 615. Find the discount rate. So marked price and selling price we have. So marked price minus selling price is 750 minus 1615, that is 750 minus 615 divided by 750 multiplied by 100. Your end result is 18%. Next we have, after allowing a discount of 16%, an article is sold for 420. Find its mark price. So selling price is equal to mark price minus discount. Let the mark price 100 and the discount is 16%, which means 16% of 100, that is 16. So 100 minus 16 is 84. Now if selling price is 84, then mark price is 100. If selling price is 1, then mark price is 100 upon 84. And we sold out it at 420. So 100 upon 84 multiplied by 420 is equal to 500 rupees. A shopkeeper offers a discount of 8% on all his goods and still makes a profit of 12%. If the mark price of an item is 1400, find its cost price. So let the cost price be X. Profit 12% means 12% of X is 12X upon 100. Now selling price is equal to X plus profit, to X plus 12X upon 100, which is equal to this. Now 8% of 1400 is 8 upon 100 multiplied by 1400, which is equal to 112. Now selling price is equal to mark price minus discount. Mark price is 1400, discount is 112. So this is your answer. Now from 1 and 2 we can get 112x upon 100 is equal to 1288, x is equal to 1150. Cost price of the item is 1150. So in same way you have to solve the rest of the questions. Let's take one more example. This one, a shopkeeper marks his goods in such a way that after a discount after 15% he makes a profit of 20%. Find the mark price of an item whose cost is 850. So we have the cost of the item, that is 850. Gain is 20%. So 20% of 850 is 170. Selling price is equal to cost price plus gain. So 850 plus 170 is 1020. Let the mark price of the item X. Now 15%, because we are giving the discount of 15% on mark price. So 15% of X means 15X upon 100. Now selling price is equal to MP minus mark price minus discount. So X minus 15X upon 100, that is equal to 85X upon 100. Now 85 upon 100 is equal to 1020 and X value is equal to 1200. Okay. So now we are going to solve this exercise 10.2. A shopkeeper bought 34 chairs at 220 each. He spent 170 as transportation charges. He sells the chairs at the rate of 270 each. Find his gain percent. So he sell the chair price this. So a shopkeeper bought 34 chairs for 220 each. So 34 multiplied by 220. The transportation price is 170. Charges. So first we have to calculate this. Then he sells the chairs at the rate of 270 each. So 34 multiplied by 270. Find his gain percent. So you have to calculate this. 4220. So when we multiply 34,220, so we get 7480, and adding with 170 with this we get 7650. 34 multiplied by 270 is 9180. When we subtract 9180, which is our selling price from, we are subtracting our cost price from selling price, we get the difference of 1530. Now we have to divide it with the cost price and multiply by 100 to get the profit. After solving this, you get your profit percentage. So now students, we have a question. A fruit seller purchased 240 apples at the rate of 10 per apples. He sold 75% of the apples at the rate of 13 per apple and the remaining at the rate of 11 per apple. Find his gain percent. So 240 multiplied by 10, because we purchase one apple at the rate of 10. So it means 2400 is our total amount. 75 upon 100 multiplied by 240. The answer is here 20, here 150, 0 cancel out with 0, 1, 12, 150 multiply 180. Now multiply it with 13, 240 minus 180. Our answer is 60 multiplied by 11. Write the answer of multiplication here, plus add these two quantities together and then minus from the 2400 and then calculate the profit percentage. Okay. Next we have If the selling price of 20 lemons is equal to the cost price of 28 lemons, find the gain percent. So I already explained you the same question as an example we have. So let's take a man sold 2 cars at 1,35,000 each. On one he gained 20% and on the other he gained lost 20%. Fine. So let's take first the total price of 135,000. So the total amount is 2,70,000 we have. After this 100 we take, so profit of 20% means 120 upon 100 multiply 2,70,000, and loss means 100 minus 20, which is 80 upon 100 multiply 270 upon 1000. So with that you can calculate profit and gain. Then you have to calculate the percentage of it. The market price of an article is 2,700 and the selling price of is 2,160. Find the rate of discount. So what you have to do here, you simply minus 700 minus 2160, which is equal to 540. Now you can answer it. 540, which is your discount cost price, which is your 2,700, multiply by 100. You can solve this and calculate your answer here. So students, in same way you have to solve rest of the question there. Okay, I already explain you each and every type question in example, and we pick some difficult question from the exercise as well. So now I'll meet you in your next exercise with a new concept. Till that, bye bye, have a good day, and make sure you have to keep practicing these questions. Okay.